guys? My name is Jacob Miller. Welcome back to the Jacob Show. Today, it's gonna be a very, very special day because we are talking about ShowaBattles. Yes! Now you may be wondering, Jacob, what is a ShowaBattle? Well, let me go and tell you something right now. Okay, ShowaBattles are essentially death battles, but the winner is so obvious and with like, okay, okay, so ShowaBattles are essentially death battles, like in this channel, but Walmart brand. Okay, like these ShowaBattles are essentially death battles that have the most obvious winner, and I explain why that person wins against that person. If you want to check out the other ShowaBattles that I have done so far, you can go and click the upper right part of your screen. There, you get to see the official playlist for ShowaBattles. Okay. Today's ShowaBattle, I'm going to be looking back at one of my old videos. And I want to say, first of all, this old video that I am now remastering in the form of a ShowaBattle was one of my first death battles I've done. Actually, a very, very popular one. I want to say it's my most popular video according to YouTube and its analytics. But yeah, this death battle is known as Goku Black versus SuperBoy Prime. In that video, I've stated that Goku Black wins the fight. No, not like the manga counterpart, but the anime counterpart of Goku Black wins the fight. And you know that, like, at the time I felt like really, really confident in that. But then later on, as I'm doing DBcember and watching comics explained and his video on SuperBoy Prime, as well as Chuck's video on SuperBoy Prime and power scaling him. Oh, by the way, if you want to check out Chuck and Comics Explains video on SuperBoy Prime, I suggest you actually search them up. They are really, 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 really good channels. They are very, very creative, and I do love their content. So please check them out and tell them that Jacob Miller sent you. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, so like after seeing those power scaling videos of SuperBoy Prime and the videos about SuperBoy Prime from those two content creators, and after going back and looking at Goku Black and his feats within the anime, looking back at like power scaling videos that I've seen in the past, and of course rewatching the Goku Black arc in Dragon Ball Super, I've noticed that I messed up big time. I have messed up big time, and I kind of regret making that video and saying that, because not only was that bias towards Goku Black, since Goku Black is my favorite Dragon Ball Super villain, but it was biased because of the fact that I didn't give SuperBoy Prime the time and, of course, the right scaling that he rightfully deserves. And, of course, the conclusion that should have gone to SuperBoy Prime. Or like that the win should have gone to SuperBoy Prime. And in this video, I'm going to explain why SuperBoy Prime wrecks Goku Black. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the feats of which SuperBoy Prime presents. But before I go into this, I'm actually going to assume that you have seen Goku Black versus SuperBoy Prime. If you haven't seen that video, make sure that you do check it out on the eye icon of the upper right part of your screen. There you can see it as well, and you can watch it, and you can and watch that and its winner and its conclusion. You can just come back here and watch this video. Okay. All right, that's cool. So back to my topic. All right, so Goku Black versus SuperBoy Prime. The reason why SuperBoy Prime wins this fight is because it's super duper obvious. Most of the feats that are listed here are from Final Crisis, Sinestro Core War. And yeah, that's us. And also, I want to say, I can't remember where the third feat came from, but I do know that it exists. And if you do look, and if you actually do the research on SuperBoy Prime, this feat is shown. So yeah, here we go. Okay, first feat I want to bring up is from Final Crisis. I want to say at the beginning of Final Crisis, or Infinite Crisis. I can't remember, but yeah. There's a feat to where SuperBoy Prime escapes the Paradise Dimension, and he escapes into the real world, into the main DC universe. And how he does it is by punching through this dimensional barrier between the Paradise Dimension and the main DC comic book universe. Now, you may be wondering, Jacob, what does this have to do with anything? Sure, that is a great feat, but what does this have to show? What does this have to do? Well, as he was punching, he was also changing the continuity of the main DC universe. So, for example, he brought Jason Todd back. Okay, and also, he brought Superman's origin into the main DC universe. So, yeah, just by punching a dimensional barrier, he changed the continuity of the DC landscape. Okay, that is a good feat. But I want to say that's possibly the like dimensional tier, if not universal. I want to say that's like multi-universal, if not dimensional. So, what other feats does he have, Jacob? Let me tell you, man, he has like few more feats. Okay, so during the Sinestro Core War, or the Sinestro War, SuperBoy Prime was part of the Sinestro Corps, as well as the Anti-Monitor. And in the story, I want to say near the conclusion of it, SuperBoy Prime tore apart the Anti-Monitor. Now, you may be wondering, Jacob, how strong is the Anti-Monitor? The Anti-Monitor was strong enough to destroy the entire DC multiverse, and in its destruction, there was only one universe, and that universe is the main DC comic book universe. Yes. So, just and that's the Anti-Monitor without the Yellow Lantern ring. We don't know how strong he is in that form. Some say that he was weakened. Some say that he was like a weaker version or something. But me, nah, I don't know about that. But I can tell you this: Anti-Monitor, even if he was weakened, he's still strong. He's still super strong, especially with a Yellow Lantern ring. So if he was weakened, let's say in his base form, like being like let's say multi-universal. There we go. Like multi-universal to the point where he can only destroy multiple universes and not the entire multiverse. That Sinestro Core ring or that Yellow Lantern Ring of Fear would still make him thousands, if not millions of times stronger. I mean, we've seen the speed of the Green Lanterns of which they travel, which is faster than light, okay? That's like beyond faster than light. So, yeah. And Goku Black, okay, Goku Black. Let's give some Goku Black some credit, okay? Within Goku Black's Super Saiyan Rose form, Goku Black tore a dimensional rift with his key scythe thing, and with that key scythe, he not only tore a dimensional rift into the sky, but also from that dimensional rift came these Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black clones or doppelgangers or something. Like I don't know how to even explain it. Well, like the show doesn't explain it. Goku Black's like, I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. And I'm like, yes, it is. Could you explain what's going on? Oh, Goku Black arc. Am I right? Jarble Super Watchers. Alright. So back to the video. So yeah, that's like that's I want to say one of Goku Black's best feats. There was also feat to where I want to say he was like on par, if not, he was like on par with, I want to say, like Super Saiyan Blue Goku and actually fighting and like holding his own somewhat against Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which is also a pretty good feat given the fact that like Goku in the Battle of Gods arc was universal, and this is like a stronger Goku. So I want to say that this version of Goku is supposed to be like multi-universal, if not a higher level of universal or something. I don't know. So yeah, like that's actually very, very impressive for Goku Black. Okay. And the final feat I want to give to SuperBoy Prime that makes him so strong is essentially the Mr. Mix-a-Pillic feat. Now, maybe wondering, Jacob, what is this Mr. Mix-a-Pillic feat? Well, you see, there was a time where SuperBoy Prime, or at the time Superman Prime, I don't know, he held Mr. Mix-a-Pillic as his prisoner, and he tortured him. And Mr. Mix-a-Pillic was screaming in pain. And I mind you this. Mr. Mix-a-Pillic is a fifth dimensional imp. Okay? A fifth dimensional imp. Okay? He's just like the fifth dimensional imp that is super strong. Okay? Super duper strong. And yet, SuperBoy Prime is over here torturing him and keeping him as his prisoner. Or Superman Prime, I don't know. At the time, he was called Superman Prime, but I'll just call him SuperBoy Prime. Okay. So yeah, look, that is a feat that it can be considered low, if not mid, fifth dimensional, depending on how you look at it, because yes, Mr. Mix-a-Pillic was weakened, but I mean, I would say that that's probably like a third dimensional feat, like if not fifth dimensional, possibly fourth dimensional. I don't know, but that feat itself kind of somewhat puts Goku Black, no, not Goku Black, SuperBoy Prime on this level of this like multiversal, this feat of multiversal. If not a fifth dimensional somewhat in there. So, that's why SuperBoy Prime wins. Oh, baby. That is why SuperBoy Prime outright wrecks Goku Black. To those of you who have actually commented on my death battle between Goku Black and SuperBoy Prime, I just want to say thank you for not only like being like, hey, you got some information wrong. Let me go ahead and tell you what you missed out. I mean, sure, your scaling of Goku Black, nah. And even especially Goku. No, I don't believe it whatsoever. But I see the error of my ways, and I thank you for kind of putting that into the spotlight and for letting me know that I messed up and that I was being biased. I hope that someday you guys could forgive me or something. I don't know. And I will try to be better, and I will try to do more research, and I will look at that video as not just a loss or like a disappointing video, but as a way of I need to improve on my research and on my skills as a fan of Dragon Ball and as a fan of DC. But hey, if that's gonna be it for me, guys, what do you think of this show battle? Do you agree with SuperBoy Prime beating Goku Black? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, tap that notification bell to be notified of new videos. Use the follow, smash on that like button, leave a comment down below, tell me your thoughts and opinions. And I will see you next time for Madara Uchiha versus Nappa within ShowaBattles. But anyways, this has been Jacob Miller from The Jacob Show, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bye-bye!